call to order our Human Relations Commission. So, call to order, please.
The
Oh, sorry. Chair, first, we need to do a chair request staff confirmation that Kansas Open Meeting Act required notice has been properly provided.
Yes, it has.
Sorry about that. And then we'll go to roll call.
Okay, Chair Kuchel.
Here.
Vice Chair Newell.
Here.
Commissioner Kressler.
Here.
Commissioner Bonilla.
Here.
Commissioner Zaveski.
Present.
Commissioner Rosano.
Here.
Commissioner Green. Commissioner Tague-Hurd. Youth on Board Miller. Youth on Board Smith.
Okay. Moving on to our approval of minutes from the Tuesday, April 8th, 2025 regular meeting that's attached to your packet and also was sent out. So if anyone has any corrections or a motion to approve?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the minutes as written.
Thank you. A second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Great. New business? None. Public hearing items? None. And then on to administrative items, which is our docket review.
Right. You should have received those in your packet. Employment, we actually have had a fair amount of activity in employment. In fact, there's some, I think there's one that's not even on here right now. So you'll probably, we'll see if they come to fruition and come towards you, but we've had a lot of activity in the employment area here lately. I'm not sure that we'll get so far as to have a commission hearing on it, the one conciliation and process, and sometimes people come and see us and don't follow through. But we did have one that's not here, so you'll have another one on your next report. I don't know what status it will be in. As far as housing, we haven't had a lot of, nothing really new to report. It's pretty much the same as it's been, working through the process on these. No real updates. We are hoping maybe I don't want to say I hope we have cases come in, but we haven't had many cases come in. We're hoping with some of our new TikToks and getting our information out there, we'll generate a little more inquiries in that area. But there's really nothing new to report on that. And then the public accommodation is the same way. We do have a couple things that have kind of come in. At our last AAB meeting, we had a nice presentation and some people came up with some ideas. So we might add a few more. I don't know if they'll go all the way to a case where you guys will hear it, but we'll have a few to add on that. And that's really all I have on the case updates. If anyone has any questions.
I have a question, like, for example, on your no-show for intake interview, is there any follow-up with that, or is it just dropped at that point?
Sometimes we'll try and call. It's not always. It depends on the situation and what the intake, how far they went on the intake, if it says anything. And sometimes people abandon them, and sometimes they don't give us a phone number. So sometimes we don't have a way to get a hold of them. So, if we can, we try to follow up, but it can be tricky.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Staff report, our 2025 Fair Housing Seminar Review.
Yay. Well, thank you to those of you who helped. I thought it went off well this year, and the report seems to indicate that. The surveys that we got back, as you'll notice in the staff report on that, we had about the same kind of breakdown as we've been having: real estate agents, attorneys, social workers. I don't know. I thought it went very smoothly this year, and it was all to Lily and Marissa. I can't take any credit because I was even out of town until I showed up for it with a different conference. So they made it go very, very smoothly. I don't know if anyone else had anything. We didn't do breakout sessions this year, one, because we didn't have enough getting the speakers and that with the limitations we had on funding and speakers and everything and space, we did not do breakout sessions. So we did have someone say, oh, you were more towards tenants, you didn't do for landlords, where last year we did that breakout, did help with that, but it is what it is this year. We'll try and do a better balance, but we'd love more input on ideas for different types of speakers. We'll give ourselves a break and not work on this until maybe October, about 6 months out. We start really seeing what our budget is and what we have, what we can do different. But we were us as staff, we're very pleased with the different facility. We thought it was very accommodating and laid out. We didn't have any elevator issues, and it was much more accessible this year. So,
I thought so too.
Okay.
That was great.
Okay.
Great facility.
and we'll thank OCCK for that, because we used their facility and they were a sponsor, and we were pleased with it. It was a nice facility to do a conference in, or an event in.
I do want to note, 93% stated that they would recommend others to attend the Fair Housing Seminar.
Yeah, it's a
So
great, with
that's
those of you who
great.
are not attending,
Yes,
should be attending,
coming.
right?
Yeah.
Very important information that you're sharing. I thought it was wonderful. We
Okay.
organized and, yeah, lots of good food.
Yeah, yes, there was this year.
Any other comments about the Fair Housing Seminar? Okay, then moving on to our survey update.
Yes. Well, Marissa got it done. We did not get it done in time to take to the Fair Housing Seminar, so it was not there, but we have it done, and you guys published in the hard work, and I think, did you get it posted?
Not yet, but I have copies to share so we can start
So
distributing.
everyone can start sharing it. It'll be posted here as soon as we can get it on the city's website, and where else we can post it, and wherever you guys, we have the copies here. I think it turned out really nice. I think aesthetically it looks nice with all the questions and the QR code, and I don't know if anyone else has any questions about it. I don't know. My question for this commission would be is, how long do you want us to have this out and posted, and how long do we keep the survey open? We have not put a closed date on it yet.
That was my question
Okay.
too. So what do you all think about a closure date or a deadline for the survey? This is-
How long?
what did we
Till
say,
about-
March?
When do we want to publish it?
Well, will it be
Today,
published
you will
today?
have
Not,
this.
not
today.
today, but I could get stuff for
Okay, the
tomorrow.
next- Yeah, this week, let's
Yep,
say.
uh-huh.
Okay.
You want to do like till August, like give it the summer?
I mean, I think that'd be fine.
Or do you,
And we'll have other meetings, so you guys can always revisit it at the other meetings. But we were just kind of wondering what your thoughts were and how long you guys were thinking it would be open. And we can always revisit it. I mean, there's no requirement. There's no requirement for this, so we have no deadline. It's all self-imposed.
Right.
well,
I
thank
like
you so
Aug-
much.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Oh, I was going to say thank you. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
Very nice.
very eye-catching, and the color, it's
Yeah.
it's great.
I was going to say, I agree. I like August. I think maybe we revisit in a month and see kind of what results we're getting and maybe revisit at that point, but
Okay.
August makes sense.
Okay,
Great job.
we'll shoot for that. And then be sure you take your flyers with you so that you can help distribute them to as you see fit, and anyone that wants to post them.
And you guys will circulate it like maybe at the public library or places like that?
We can
Have
do that.
copies like that, this?
We can do some of that. What we were probably going to do too was, like, we'll send this out through the United Way does a mail list serve to agencies, and that's one of the places we would send it out through them. They have a pretty good list serve that gets most agencies in town. They have a pretty extensive email list, and any other places that you recommend. We have our normal ones that we'll probably send out to. I know United Way, and I'm trying to think of it. That's our big one that we send it to, and then whoever the city posts it with. So I point back there because the people that help with the media do our postings on the social media, so they will get it out
Okay.
on that.
And then those United Way agencies will either make their own copies or, okay.
Or
to hand out
ask us
let
or
you
whatever.
know if they
But
need
yeah,
copies.
it goes out, and we can't see everyone on the list, but I know it's an extensive list. So that's how we usually get it out to the agencies.
There's also the county fair in August.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So we might have it there at a booth or something, or,
And I've
Yeah.
never looked into a booth at the county fair. I don't know if they cost.
it's
or-
not, there's not really, a lot of people go through there like they
Okay.
used to.
Okay,
So, it just might be an idea, but.
maybe we hang something up or something there. Okay.
Yeah, or even realtors sending it out to individual realtors or
And we might have a list of realtors.
might be even, I mean, I don't know. It's all on-
There is a list of realtors and contractors. Contractors not as much, but the realtors, I think we do have a listserv for them specifically.
And maybe, I was just thinking of that August date, maybe go to the end of August, because if we have students coming back for school, this might be relative.
He was talking about posting it at Kansas Wesleyan.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I think he was planning to,
Good idea.
Commissioner Green.
Yeah. And K-State Salina, because some of those students are probably renters, and, yeah, knowing their rights would probably be awesome.
Right.
Anything else for the survey update? Again, looks great. Thanks for all your work with this.
Yes.
All right, preliminary discussion items. Don't see any there. Unfinished or other business? None there also. And then public forum, there's no one here, so.
And I don't think there's anyone online.
There's no one online.
Okay, so I guess we'll move to adjournment. So I would need a motion. Our next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, June 10th at 5:30.
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Thank you.
Second.
Second.
All
All those in
right.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.